Project Management, Episode 4 of the Mini Aviation Management Course for Cabin Crew. My name is Julia George. I used to be a cabin crew for Qatar Airways for 10 years, where I have resigned from my last work position as a cabin service director, and currently I'm studying Master's Studies of Aviation Management at Wildau Institute of Applied Science in Berlin. And if you're interested in all the episodes that are coming up, which are related to the Mini Aviation Management course for cabin crew, you might want to click the subscribe button, hit the notification button also whenever I release a new video to get notified. And also, after watching this video, you also might want to check the playlists of 100 and plus YouTube videos I have created over here, which are all related to progressing and helping you to pass successfully that cabin crew recruitment process. Last but not least, to find out what are the qualities that the recruiters are looking for when they are recruiting a cabin crew. Project management in the aviation. I would like to start this topic with answering two questions that came up on my mind when I first heard about the term project management. The first question that I would like to answer over here is, what is project management? I know you have heard it perhaps 100 times just like me, but yet maybe you have not read the definition just like me. And the second question which I would like to answer is, why do we need project management in our Master's Studies of Aviation Management, or why do we need project management in the aviation industry in general? There are many definitions on the internet that you would find about project management, and I do believe that they're all relevant and they all are explaining the definition and they're giving us a clear picture about the project management. According to me, I think most relevant would be to define project management as the application of a processes, methods, skills, knowledge, and experience to achieve specific project objectives according to the project acceptance criteria within agreed parameters. Project management has a final deliverables that are constrained to a finite time scale, and they're also constrained to something called a budget. There is something important that I would like to highlight over here when it comes to the project management, and it's very important to be remembered. A key factor that distinguishes project management from just management is that it has this final deliverable and a finite time span, unlike the management, which is an ongoing process. And to simplify this, all we need to know is that the project management is a process that has a start and an end date. There is no exception from this rule whatsoever. Because of this, a project professional needs a wide range of skills, often technical skills, and certainly a people's management skills and a good business awareness. I believe that now we should stay and discuss the second question that I have posted up. I have popped it up earlier, and that is, why do we need project management in aviation? And I'm going to stick to the aspect concerning the civil aviation. In case you want to know more about civil aviation term in general, I did elaborate that subject as part of this Mini Aviation Management course for cabin crew. And the link of that video is in the description below this video. Feel free to check it out after you have watched this video related to the project management. Mentioning the civil aviation, where in fact the cabin crew role belongs to, it is important to know that there are many key challenges that the civil aviation system is facing, and I believe it's worth to mention those challenges over here as part of the civil aviation system. Those would be harmonizations of projects, efforts, and regulations. Another challenge would be operational efficiency, smooth aviation, and stuff like that. Another one would be alignment or the so-called partnerships. We have automation or the modernization. We have a challenge in the civil aviation, which is the sustainability. We have diversification or change to survive. We have something called ensuring connectivity of the entire air transport. We also definitely have to mention the improving safety, adaptation as a challenge in the civil aviation sector, and much more than that. Mentioning all of these key challenges, we would all agree that we are getting now a bigger picture of something that we can imagine and we can call something that we can call greatest challenges. And these greatest challenges are virtually derive how aviation will evolve in order to manage its doubling capacity. Now, I'm going to be excluding the COVID-19 situation here, as I do believe that the aviation industry is currently in a crisis, but it's going to find its own way to bounce back. We have the technology, and I won't be worried so much about it. It's just a question of time. Now, it is a different subject. I'm working on that subject, COVID-19 and the aviation industry, on gathering information on the same, and soon there will be a detailed video available over here on my YouTube channel, where I'm going to be elaborating the COVID-19 situation and the aviation industry. The aviation industry, with its goals, whether they're tactical or strategical, political or economy ones, will be enhanced by the introduction of many new procedures in order to enhance the aviation capabilities in general. This is all done and will be done only by projects being produced and being implemented. Therefore, bringing up new ideas and solutions, providing quality professional services that are efficient and that are cost effective into the aviation industry can be successfully done by the tool that we're discussing over here, and that tool is called project management. Let's be now a bit more precise, and let's talk about something called an organizational work. In an organizational work sense of the word, most of the airlines have their vision, under which comes the mission of the corporation or the mission of the airline. Then we have the corporate strategy and the objectives under the corporate strategies. Then we have something called initiatives and activities. Under the initiatives and under the activities, we have the management of ongoing operations, and we have the management of authorized products or authorized projects. Now, it is very important to know that in the part I have mentioned called initiatives and activities, in the organizational work, there are a lot of work done, and therefore that work that is done over there can be easily translated into projects, and those projects are managed under something that is called a PMO or a portfolio management office. Now, most probably you're asking yourself how projects are being originated in the aviation industry. How do projects come in contact into the aviation, or how do we present projects into the aviation? Beside this way that I have mentioned earlier, there is also other drivers that may require initiation of a project, and those drivers, for example, would be new or amended international or local aviation regulation. Something that can be a need for a project into the aviation can be new or amended government requirements, a need to resolve certain operational issues or enhance operational effectiveness. There can be a management request for a project being initiated into the aviation industry, a need to conduct certain studies or to support a decision-making process can be also part of initiating a project into the aviation, etc., etc. Ladies and gentlemen watching this video, if by any chance you've got some ideas that you want to convert into a project, one super important thing that you should know is that every project has three important elements. Those are the cost, the time, and the scope. Briefly, I will describe what are they, or what do they mean by cost, time, and scope. Cost is the estimation of the amount of money that will be required to complete the project. Now, cost itself encompasses various things such as resources, labor rates for the contractors, risk estimates, bills on materials, etc., etc., and all aspects of the project that have a monetary component are part of the overall cost structure. When we speak about the time, this refers to the actual time that is required to produce a deliverable, which in this case would be the end result of the project. Naturally, this is directly related to the amount of requirements that are part of the end result, along with the amount of resources that are allocated to the project or the cost. Last but not the least, we mentioned the scope. Scope are the functional elements that, when completed, make up the end deliverable for the project. Scope is generally identified upfront so as to give the project the best chance of success. The common success measured for the scope aspect of the project is inherent quality upon delivery. Now, it is very important to know that you need to do balancing or a trade-off among all these three elements, the cost, the time, and the scope, in order to deliver a successful project. Also, please bear in mind that projects are affected by multiple factors which are representing the environment in which the project has been conducted. Now, when we speak about those factors, we can briefly mention them. They can be political factors, they can be economical factors. We have social factors where a project has been produced. We have technical factors, legal factors, environmental factors, and etc. etc. What is also very important to be mentioned is that if we want to be successful for project managers, or if we want to be successful when we participate in a project, we should maintain good visuality and good visibility of all the project environment and the possible changes that might happen then in that life cycle of the project and in that life cycle of a project that we are managing perhaps, which will later lead us to a project success. Should you wish to deepen your knowledge regarding project management, to learn more about project management knowledge areas, to learn about processes, success factors, and more, there are so many courses that are available on the internet, and I do believe that when you will be searching carefully on that subject, you will be able to find something that is suitable for you in order to deepen your knowledge about aspects and areas of the project management. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Last but not least, don't forget to click subscribe, hit the notification button for the many videos that are coming up, which are part of the Mini Aviation Management course for cabin crew, and I'm going to be seeing you very soon. Bye bye and have a nice day.